Hey everybody, this is Carla and I am back with another encouraging word. Today we're going to learn to love like Jesus. Luke 6:32 and 33 in the Passion Translation. Are you really showing true love by loving only those who love you? Even those who don't know God will do that. Are you really showing compassion when you do good deeds only to those who do good deeds to you? Even those who don't know God will do that. 1 Corinthians 13:13, also the Passion Translation. Until then, there are three things that remain: faith, hope, and love. Love surpasses them all. What does it really mean to love others like Jesus? Have you asked yourself that before? Do you ask yourself that in your day-to-day life? Every day we should be saying, what am I doing today to love someone else like Jesus? Are we really loving people the way we're supposed to? Or are we doing it in sort of a false, pretensive way? Jesus didn't become angry or impatient with people, especially those who needed healing. He always took the time to show them compassion and to love them and to heal them. Just think about all the people that wouldn't have been healed if he had become impatient and angry, and felt like they were bothering him. They're in my way. They're taking up my time. This is my time. It's not. There would have been so many people that would have been left blind and deaf and lame. What about the ones he raised from the dead? What about Lazarus? What about the kids that he raised from the dead? What about them? How do you think they would have felt if he'd have been impatient and angry and lacked compassion with them? And what about Mary Magdalene? Okay, she had 7 demons in her. What if he had just walked by her and said, you know what, you're going to deal with that on your own? What if he had done that? Well, she wouldn't have been at the foot of the cross when Jesus was crucified, and she wouldn't have been at the tomb when he had been resurrected. When we become impatient or angry, we are impacting someone's life in a negative way. We have so many chances each and every day to impact someone with love and compassion. But are we doing that? Are we showing them the love of Christ? Think about those who played a key role in helping you in your life. They helped you heal the hurts that are within you. Were they impatient? Were they angry? Did they lack compassion? Man, not the ones that helped me. There was one person in particular that helped me that was so patient that I got to the point where I thought, is she for real? Is she a robot or is she a person? I thought something was wrong because she never got angry with me. I could scream and cry and yell and curse and whatever was happening to me and through me, she didn't get upset with me. She never once lost her temper with me. She raised her voice one time only because I would not listen. I was not hearing anything she said, and she just said my name a little bit louder a couple of times until I kind of snapped back into reality. But she just allowed me to heal, and she showed me all the love and compassion that Christ did. She taught me how to love God. She taught me how to love myself. And then she taught me what it meant to love others and the way to love others. And isn't that what Jesus was talking about when he told us to love our enemies and to pray for those who persecute them? When people are angry about someone, you come across somebody in your day, just your regular day. They're mad, man. They're so upset. It's not personal about you. There's usually something that has happened to them. I have to remind myself that this person has gone through something that day or the day before, or they're right in the middle of it. I don't know. There's something underneath that's upsetting them. I don't know what day they have had by the time they encounter me. What if they received word of a death in the family? or an unexpected diagnosis? What if they lost their job? What if they had an argument with their spouse? What if they had a flat tire and were just late to work? Okay, it happens. You don't know what they've gone through, but that shouldn't matter if you're loving them like Jesus. You know, what we have to remember is we can't take things so personally. Everything isn't all about you, okay? I know that you want it to be all about you, but it's not. We can't take everything personally. What we have to do is have patience and love and compassion on people. We need to remember that we were once that hurting person. And when we needed someone to help us heal, God sent somebody to help us, to be patient and loving and kind and gentle with us. They exhibited the fruits of the Spirit. You know, that's what we're supposed to be doing. That's who we're called to be. You can't just go out and tell everybody, you got to live like God, if you're not doing the same thing. We got to practice what we preach, brothers and sisters. We have to live and love like Christ. So today and every day, be encouraged. Bless someone else by loving them like Christ today. Hold on to hope, believe in God's promises, and trust in the Lord always.